You can listen to Radio Cayman everywhere.
Everywhere.
Can you hear me now?
Everywhere. Everywhere.
Good.
Yes, right from your Android or iPhone. Download the Radio Cayman app now on your Android or iOS phone.
The Radio Cayman app
is where you can listen to Radio Cayman everywhere you go.
Everywhere we go, we go. Everywhere we go, we go.
Find it in the Google Store, the Apple Store, or use the link at www.radiocayman.gov.ky.
Yes, now you can listen to Radio Cayman everywhere.
For the Record, proudly brought to you by
Brand Source Home Gallery, inspiring luxury. Doctor's Hospital, peace of mind is important when life happens. Doctor's Hospital, always there for you. Call 949-6066. And Cayman Airways, call them on 949-2311 to book your nonstop flights to Los Angeles and Panama. Kirk Market, experience a world of choice. JN Money, from abroad to Yad. And Cineco, keeping Cayman covered.
We ask our listeners and viewers to avoid any statements or comments which are abusive, derogatory, malicious, or defamatory. Do not use indecent language or make any statement that is false or misleading. Call 1-800-534-8255, 949-6990, 949-8037, or WhatsApp us on 925-3261.
Live from Radio Cayman Studio.
This is For the Record with Orret Connor.
Hear from your government officials, independents, and the opposition on issues that matter to you.
For the Record.
Engage in an open dialogue between residents and lawmakers.
With Orret Connor.
Informative, impartial, insightful.
This is For the Record. And now, your host, Orret.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, O land of soft, fresh breezes and verdant trees so fair. Today is Monday, the 30th day of March 2026, right here in the beautiful Cayman Islands. We do hope and we trust that everyone had a restful, peaceful, enjoyable weekend. Those of you who are on our roads, not too busy today. But irrespective of whether you're a pedestrian, a cyclist, or if you're operating in a type of motorized vehicle, we urge you to please, please, please be extremely cautious. Ensure that you observe the rules of the road, because the life you save may just be your own. For those of you who are celebrating a birthday today, or if you've celebrated one over the past few days, we want to wish you a happy birthday or a happy belated birthday, whichever is applicable, and to remind you that the For the Record birthday shoutouts brought to you and supported by Coca-Cola and the Credit Union. Coca-Cola, available across the Cayman Islands. You should accept no substitutes from generation to generation. Coca-Cola, still a Cayman classic. And the Credit Union. Credit Union looks forward to serving the Cayman community for the next 50 years and beyond. Those of you who have lost loved ones, again, we want to extend our sincere condolences to you. We hope and we trust that your faith will help to carry you through these extremely challenging times, and that the memories of your loved ones will be a blessing. Those of you who are ill and are either at home or at a medical facility here in the Cayman Islands or overseas, we wish you a speedy recovery. Big shout out to our colleague here at Radio Cayman, Mr. Joel Wilson. Big shout out to him. I hope everything is going well. And of course, we're into the Easter holidays as well. Yesterday, of course, was Palm Sunday. Extremely religious day. Observed throughout the world as well. So a happy Easter to all of you, our listeners and our viewers, and to all the residents of the Cayman Islands as well. A happy Easter. You want to ensure that your celebrations, whatever you do it certainly ensuring that you observe all of the protocols, all of the safety measures if you're out there camping or if you're just out there exercising as well. And it's important to understand the significance, of Easter, as well, in as far as religion is concerned. So, folks, I want to thank all of you for allowing Radio Cayman, and by extension, For the Record, into your homes, into your vehicles, as you traverse the busy roads of the Cayman Islands, into your places of work, wherever that may be. Take this opportunity to remind you that For the Record is a show produced by the staff and management of Radio Cayman, and it is geared towards keeping you abreast of issues as they arise and play out on the local, regional, and international scene. I have the distinct honor and pleasure of being your host. My name is Orret Connor, and you're welcome to join me every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 7:30 a.m. until 10 a.m. During that period, we have phone lines that are open, and that depends on the guests that we have and the time frame that under which we are operating. But when the phone lines are open, like this morning, you can call us. We have a toll-free number provided courtesy of Flow. So if you're calling from a Flow number, that toll-free number is 1-800-534-8255. You can also call us on 949-8037, 949-6990. We also have a WhatsApp number, 925-3261, where you can send us a message, voice note, or you can call us live on that number as well. So, folks, let's first of all look at the birthday shoutouts again, brought to you and supported by Coca-Cola and the Credit Union. So, first of all, we want to say happy birthday to the Honorable Juliana O'Connor Connolly. She's celebrating her birthday today. Special birthday greetings are coming from management and staff right here at Radio Cayman. We're sending out special birthday greetings to Miss Julie, and hoping that she enjoys her very special day. Also, other birthday greetings going out to Miss Julie from your rock diva best friends, wishing you an awesome and day and many blessings as well. And of course, Miss Julie will go down in history in the Cayman Islands from a political standpoint of, one of the few individuals who has held multiple positions, within government, premier, deputy premier, speaker of our parliament on more than one occasion, I believe, as well. Yeah. So we know that she is a humble person. She doesn't get out there and brag about her accomplishments or anything. And also very determined. So when she says she's going to do something, she wants to get it done. She certainly does that as well. So we want to say a big shout out to Miss Julie this morning. Happy birthday to her as well. Here's another one. Warmest birthday blessings to Honorable former Premier, Deputy Premier, former Speaker of the House, former Minister, and current Member of Parliament, Juliana O'Connor Connolly. May your day be filled with grace and joy and continued strength. Cayman Islands celebrates you today. Another one, can you send another birthday request to the Honorable Juliana O'Connor Connolly from her mom, also coming from brothers and sisters. And Paul, at some point in time today, they want the song "She's Royal" to be played as well. She certainly deserves it. Okay, let's look at some of the other birthday shout-outs today. We see that yesterday, John Eric Smith celebrated his birthday yesterday. Tomorrow, Holly Ann Borden will be celebrating a birthday, as well as Eric Ebanks will be celebrating a birthday tomorrow. Also today, I have a birthday greeting here. Miss Irma Arch. Miss Irma Arch will be celebrating her birthday tomorrow as well, the 31st of March. Miss Irma Arch will be celebrating her birthday. If you know someone who's celebrating a birthday or any other momentous occasion, please share that information with us right here on For the Record. And of course, we will give them a birthday shout out. Proudly sponsored and supported by Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola available across the Cayman Islands. You should accept no substitutes. From generation to generation, Coca-Cola, still a Cayman classic. And the Credit Union. Credit Union looks forward to serving the Cayman community for the next 50 years and beyond. We do have a caller. Let's grab that caller. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning there, my good friend.
Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. How was the weekend?
Oh, weekend was great. You know, we're in the Cayman Islands. When you look at the TV and see what's happening in other places, we are great.
Exactly.
Very great.
Yes, I agree.
You know, so nothing to complain about. You can get on your bicycle and did what you did yesterday, and so you know what I mean?
Yeah. Funny thing, I didn't do a whole lot yesterday. Got up early, went out to ride. Decided I'm going to switch bicycles. I had a bike that I purchased 14 years ago in Vegas at a bike show, and I decided I wanted to ride that bike because it is really light, very comfortable and everything, but it has electronic shifters on it, and because I hadn't ridden it in quite a while, the electronic shifters, I needed to change the battery, so I was pushing a really, really big gear, so I decided to change my tactics yesterday. Plus, our group was a little bit dispersed yesterday. We had Nobi and Brent. They did the DG's 5K challenge. Yeah. So it was Steve, myself, and Amos who were at the gas station. Steve Dodds, rode down from East End. Amos right there in Newlands. John Christian also did he signed up for the DG's walk as well. So I had to change my plans slightly, but I'll make up for it. How was yours?
Yeah. I was great. I was good. Did the walk on the beach, and the beach is full of tourists. Lots of tourists. Things look pretty good. But I too would like to send happy birthday wishes, greetings to former Premier Miss Julie O'Connor Connolly.
Yes.
And wishing her all the best, and can't wait for her to become Premier again so I can get some trips up to the Bride, do some work up there. So I can't wait for her to get back to be Premier. But in the meantime, I hope she enjoy her special day today. But I'll see on another note, right? I don't know how I can get this across, but I kind of support a kind of dictatorship, kind of government. I think you get more done that have to be done with that type of attitude, because I think we are running this democracy kind of thing is being run by more passionate feelings than the go get it kind of feelings. I think that's why we all were generated towards the late Mr. Jim, as we call him, our national hero. He was one of those guys that I wouldn't say, well, Miss Anna Holder did call him a dictator, or she made reference to him as Jim Jones, and wanted Jim Borden and to get Jim Jones. That was, I think, when he had turned the plane back, came anyways back to pick up John Connolly from Texas.
Yeah, he was the governor of Texas.
Right.
Yeah, he was Texas's governor.
But he was the kind of a leader that got directly involved. He championed his boards, made the decision. He was the chairman of the boards, and he would get in his car and drive down to the hotels and confront the management when they lacked paying the local ladies for their gratuity and things like that. There was a Cayman night that being held at here annually, and when things got good that the bars had to close down, he would be the one to take it on to extend the hours there and then and take responsibility for whatever he did. He didn't hide, you know. So I kind of like that kind of and then we had the young McKeever Bush, Honorable McKeever Bush, who came along with sort of those kind of ideas too, who was championing his boards and you know, just getting out there and getting things done and stuff like that. Now we're running the government, I think, with too much passionate feelings. We don't want to upset this one, even though it got to be done. See?
Yep. I'm going to interrupt you for a second.
Make the omelet without breaking the beautiful little egg.
True. I'm going to interrupt you.
It's got to be done.
I'm going to interrupt you. Ask you to stay on the line so that we can take a commercial break, and we can conclude this conversation when we return. If you don't mind, folks, please stay tuned. For the record, we'll be back shortly.
The Cayman Islands boasts of a long, colorful, and rich history. In tribute to our roots, Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands, is pleased to bring you the Historical Vignette Series, brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects. The Cayman Islands, He hath founded it upon the seas.
In February 1994, the Cayman Islands saw the historic first knighting of Sir Vassal Johnson after a civil service career spanning nearly 50 years. Although he personally credited expatriates James MacDonald and William Grundy for their architectural work in the design of the various company laws of the 1960s, it was Sir Vassal who has been credited with being the steady force behind the Cayman Islands' rise throughout the world of international finance. Born to East Indian parents in Jamaica in 1922, Sir Vassal moved to the Cayman Islands with his mother in 1934. He began working as a clerk in the court in 1942, and after serving in the war efforts, rejoined the civil service and began his steady climb through the government ranks. In 1972, Sir Vassal was appointed the first financial secretary, which he held for 10 years, and remained on the board of the Monetary Authority for many years after.
Radio Cayman's Historical Vignettes was brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects.
Saturday, April 18th, will be the gathering of the future. The gathering of budding scientists, budding botanists, budding engineers, budding medical specialists, marine biologists, systems architects, and much, much more. The Rotary Central Dr. Bill Rudy Science Fair will be at the Arc Commander Bay, 8 a.m. to 12 noon. The gathering of the future. Students from over 15 schools across Cayman. Save the date, April 18th. The Rotary Central Dr. Bill Rudy Science Fair, sponsored by CUC, supported by the Cayman Motor Federation. Sign up today, rotarysciencefair.ky. The future is sparking.
Did you know that Doctors Hospital provides urgent care services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? And Doctors Hospital's urgent care physicians have access to the most advanced MRI and CT imaging in the Caribbean, providing reliable diagnostics when you need it most. When you need quality urgent care for an illness or injury, Doctors Hospital is here for you 24/7. Whether it's a migraine, chest or abdominal pain, shortness of breath, broken bones, or another urgent need, Doctors Hospital at the top of Walker's Road. Urgent care right now.
Did you know that you can send money transfers to financial institutions anywhere in Jamaica with JN Money?
You mean I can send money straight to my account and cut out the middleman?
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. You send your own money to your own account, giving you peace of mind that the money is in your account.
JN Money Transfers to Financial Institution is another convenient service offered by JN Money. You can have this done from any JN Money location. Deposit your money straight to your account without the hassle of asking someone to do it for you. JN Money Transfers to Financial Institutions, making life easier.
Babe, not tonight. You keep poking me and I need to be rested for meetings tomorrow.
What? I was almost asleep. That's the mattress spring I keep telling you about, not me. We really need to get a new mattress.
Tossing and turning, back hurting, can't sleep? It might be time to turn in your old mattress and go to bed with a new one. Browse the huge mattress showroom at Brand Source Home Gallery and pick the perfect mattress today. With mattresses to suit every budget, Brand Source Home Gallery stocks a wide selection of sizes and styles like pillow top and gel memory foam. So stop tossing and turning and sleep better tonight with a new mattress from Brand Source Home Gallery, Dorsey Drive, Industrial Park.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
When you join the credit union, you're not just a customer. You're a member owner with one equal vote. As we celebrate 50 years, our members continue to share the benefits. Enjoy strong dividends on shares, competitive loan rates, and the lowest lending fees on the market. Plus, we're the only lender returning up to 2% of loan interest to our members every year. For 50 years, we've helped Caymanians save, borrow, and build brighter futures. That's the credit union difference. Visit creditunion.ky to learn more.
Yeah, let me tell you, no AC when I was a boy. I still remember just how good an ice cold Coca-Cola was.
The part is, the coolest moms and dads always had Coca-Cola or parties.
The sound when you pop the top, and the fizzle, and that, after that first sip.
Coca-Cola, from generation to generation, that ice cold bubbly. Coca-Cola, still a Cayman classic.
This is For the Record.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. We do have a caller on hold. Here's, while I go to a caller, I'll give him a few quotes, famous quotes about democracy. It says that people often say that in a democracy, decisions are made by a majority of the people. Of course, that is not true. Decisions are made by a majority of those who make themselves heard and who vote. A very different thing. And there's another one I wanted to share. It says, democracy is nothing but the tyranny of the majorities. The most abominable tyranny of all, for it is not based on the authority of a religion, not upon the nobility of a race, not on the merits of talent and of riches. It merely rests upon numbers and hides behind the name of the people. Lord Graham, two quotes for you about democracy. Yeah.
Yeah, and not necessarily all the time. The majority is good for everybody at the time. The time of the majority voting.
Yeah.
You know.
Sometimes when you have
it's good for the entire population.
Yeah, and sometimes when you have a situation where you have to get so many people to give an okay, it delays things as well. So the smaller the group in terms of decision making, the quicker things can be accomplished as well. Some will argue.
Yeah, and you'll see. I think what really happens, in my opinion, we'll get a individual who jumps out, great ideas for his people that want to champion a certain motion or whatever and bring it law and bring it down to the parliament. And the only reason that, because they all know that it is something good for us, the people, they will vote for it, right? Just because they don't want that the mover of the motion might call for a division and call the speaker for a division, and they don't want to go down in the hand size as voting against it. But quite knowing well that even though it might have passed unanimously, it's still not, they're going to put it on the shelf. You see? They're not going to implement it, but it wouldn't go down as that they voted against it, So that is also, I think, what happens. And then because we had people like Ilio Solomon, former MP, that brought a motion. Now that the same thing we're talking about now, about jobs only for Caymanians and stuff, he already brought that motion that passed unanimously, and you never heard no more about it. So you see, they voted for it, but knowing quite well that they're not going to implement it, So it's just sitting there somewhere, and I don't know where to end up. So I kind of like the idea of we, the people, voting for that one leader, give us that opportunity and give him the mandate to pick the strongest people out of the 19, even though I know we got part of the system. But, you can have a great person in the opposition that will be better within the government. You see? Because sometimes you get a really good, strong person, but he's in the opposition, and he's only because he can get up and make some noise. Hard-working guy, but guess what? The government gonna have their way. He'll just have his say, but they will have his way. So it'd be much better if he was with the government, with the premier. So I would like the premier to be able to pick the best, strong people that can stand up in those boardrooms and let those people that always come in lobbying after we put the party together and start watering down or the ideas that they had when they won the campaign, because they all got these great ideas what they're going to do for us, and take out this one and put us in because we can do better. And as soon as they get there, they start kicking the pan down the road too, because what happens then in those boardrooms, and they're invited to this and they're invited to that, and their ideas start getting watered down. So I want to have a strong leader, dictatorship type leader, that if we're going to do it, we're going to do it no matter what.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
Careful what you wish for.
well. Look at African countries now, where we're getting people that is now taking the bull by the horn. I mean, we had some dictators back that wasn't really doing the right thing too, but we can always with our system vote them out, But I like the idea of where we were going back in the day with the Mr. Jim Barding and the young McKeever Bush, who wasn't afraid to take on issues and go at it head on.
Yep. Okay. Got to run to our 8 o'clock news, but the phone lines will be open When we return, folks, don't change that dial. We know a few of you were waiting online as well, but we have sufficient time for conversations this morning, so bear with us. We're going to go to our 8 o'clock news, maybe some important things on there for you to listen to, and then rejoin us on the other side of the 8 o'clock news. Please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back shortly.
What matters most to you right now? The cost of living, housing, jobs, healthcare, safety? The Cayman Islands government has set 7 national priorities for 2026 to 2028, focused on areas that affect daily life. From preparing Caymanians for opportunity, to improving quality of life and social stability, to strengthening Cayman's long-term resilience. Learn more about the 7 broad outcomes at gov.ky/priorities. 7 priorities, 1 Cayman.
The voice of the Cayman Islands.
89.9 FM in Grand Cayman and 93.9 FM in Cayman Brac and Little Cayman.
Silver wings shining in the sunlight.
Radio Cayman.
For today's biggest news.
Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands.
With your latest news, I'm Carsley Fuller. Canada's High Commissioner to Jamaica and the Bahamas makes a quick courtesy call to the Cayman Islands. His Excellency Mark Berman also serves as Consul General with responsibility for trade and consular affairs for the Turks and Caicos Islands and the Cayman Islands. In addition to these areas, Premier the Honourable Andre Ebanks also discussed financial services with Mr. Berman during their initial meeting. While in Cayman, Mr. Berman also met with the governor, the commissioner of police, and other elected officials to discuss public safety, education, and agriculture. The National Conservation Council approves a motion to increase spear gun licensing to 4483. The 2021 National Conservation Council License and Permit Amendment Directives allows for the issuance of up to 170 licenses, and the Department of Environment's John Bothwell presented the recommended method to the board on Wednesday for the issuance of new non-renewal licenses. This will include
spear gun licenses continue to be limited to persons who hold or at most have previously held a spear gun license, and noting that the National Conservation Act limits licenses to traditional uses, and those persons who have previously held a license can best meet this requirement of showing a historic link to the practice.
Licenses will be distributed in order of how long ago applicants held a license and will prioritize renewing a currently active license, ensuring that a person will be able to continue practicing their recreational activity. The motion also requests that the 2028-29 budget include an increase in enforcement and for public education by the Department of Environment, particularly to support sustainable spear gun use in the Cayman Islands. You can watch the full meeting on the CIGTV YouTube channel.
Cayman Finance has launched recruitment for its 2026 graduate training program.
Associate Director of Community Engagement at Cayman Finance, Danielle Henning, says they're offering 22 jobs to young Caymanian University graduates looking to build their careers in the financial services industry. It's an expansion on the inaugural 2025 program, which had 15 positions.
These opportunities come from member firms who have created an entry-level role for somebody with a university bachelor's degree or higher. No experience is required, but a willingness and eagerness to learn the business, to learn about the industry is definitely a must.
Participants will get a one-year contract salary starting at 40,000 CI dollars. The program is open to Caymanians who graduated in December or will graduate this year, and the deadline for applications is April 30th. Head to caymanfinance.ky for more information. Now with a check of international news, here's the BBC, which will take us out of the newscast. I'm Carsley Fuller.
BBC News with Emily Thomas. President Trump says the United States is in serious discussions with what he described as a new and more reasonable regime in Iran to end the US bombardment. In a post, he said great progress had been made, but if a deal wasn't reached quickly, the US would end what he called its lovely stay in Iran by obliterating Iran's critical energy and oil infrastructure. Iran's Revolutionary Guard Corps has confirmed the killing of its naval commander, Alireza Tangsiri. Mr. Tangsiri was seen as one of the architects of Iran's strategy to block the strategic Strait of Hormuz. Israeli attacks have continued across Iran, hitting an energy facility. More Iranian drones and missiles have been fired at targets in Israel and Gulf countries. The Lebanese army says one of its soldiers has been killed in an Israeli strike on a checkpoint, the first attack directly targeting an army position in Lebanon since the start of the war. Ukraine's president says Kiev's allies have asked him to reduce attacks on Russia's energy sector because of the global fuel crisis sparked by the war in Iran. Volodymyr Zelensky said the attacks would end if Russia stopped its attacks on Ukraine's energy sector. Spain says it's closing its airspace to US planes involved in attacks on Iran. The government said it was part of its decision not to participate in or contribute to a war which was started unilaterally in violation of international law. The Israeli military says it's withdrawing an entire battalion from the occupied West Bank after its soldiers detained and assaulted a CNN television crew. Troops put the team's cameraman in a chokehold. The Kremlin has welcomed the arrival of a sanctioned Russian tanker in Cuban waters. The ship is carrying more than 700,000 barrels of oil. And that's the latest world news from the BBC.
Stay in touch with Radio Cayman with the latest up-to-date, accurate news and information. For your convenience, the headline news will be repeated on our sister station, Breeze 105.3 FM, weekdays at 8:30 a.m. Follow Radio Cayman on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or download the Radio Cayman app in the App Store or log on to www.radiocayman.gov.ky and stay connected to what's happening in the community. Radio Cayman, your voice, your choice, your radio.
The Lions Club of Grand Cayman, Delano Hislop Pace, 5K and 10K Walk Run is back on April 12th. Whether you're trying to stay a bit fitter, looking to invest more time in your community, or just looking for a reason to get out in the sun, the Delano Hislop Walk Run is the perfect opportunity to keep your goals in check. Visit the Lions Club Facebook page for registration details. The 2026 Delano Hislop Pace Walk Run, Sunday, April 12th. The Lions Club of Grand Cayman, proudly serving the community for over 50 years.
Healthcare Pharmacy, caring about your health for the past 25 years. Radio Cayman's premier health show.
Alzheimer's and dementia, are they the same disorder?
Yeah, I think that's a very important question.
For the Health of It with Tara Bush. For the Health of It with Tara Bush.
Is heard on Saturdays at 9:30 a.m. and on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Brought to you by Healthcare Pharmacy in Grand Harbor, where they care about your health. Transfer and refill your prescription online. Visit healthcarepharmacy.ky or call 947-8900. Healthcare Pharmacy, now with a second location in Governor's Square. Healthcare Pharmacy, where they care about your health.
The 8 a.m. weather update, brought to you by
CG Britcade, where people come first. Let's take a look at your weather this morning time. Nice sunny conditions on the outside with lots of cloud scatter. Present temperature still 78 degrees Fahrenheit, but it feels like about 80 right now. Winds are out of the east-northeast at 10 miles per hour. Relative humidity 74%, and the barometric pressure is at 30.03 inches and dropping. Synopsis, as provided by the Cayman Islands National Weather Service, moderate to fresh winds and rough seas are expected today, especially over the eastern and northern coast, as the pressure gradient remains tight over the northwest Caribbean. Moisture embedded within the wind flow of a high-pressure system may produce isolated afternoon showers. Small craft alert is in effect. Radar imagery shows no showers in and around the Cayman area at the moment. Our forecast for today calls for partly cloudy skies with a 20% chance of showers. Temperatures will rise near the mid-80s. Winds will be east-northeast at 15 to 20 knots with higher gusts. Seas will be rough with wave heights of 6 to 8 feet. A small craft alert will be in effect. Small craft should exercise caution over the open waters, especially along the north and east coasts. Within the reef and sheltered areas, conditions are generally less severe, but operators should continue to exercise discretion as localized choppy conditions may still develop. Later tonight, mostly fair skies with a 20% chance of showers. Temperatures will fall near the mid-70s. Winds will be east-northeast at 15 to 20 knots with higher gusts. Seas will be moderate to rough with wave heights of 6 to 8 feet. Again, small craft alert is in effect. Small craft should exercise caution over the open waters, especially along the north and east coasts. And within the reef and sheltered areas, conditions are generally less severe, but operators should continue to exercise discretion as localized choppy conditions may still develop. We are now at a high tide, which came in at 8:03 this morning. It's going to head out at 2:25 this afternoon and in again at 8:35 tonight.
Sunset later on this evening at 6:38, and the outlook is for similar conditions through Wednesday morning, where the pressure gradient is expected to weaken. That, my friends, is your latest weather brought to you by our good friends at CG Britke.
The 8 a.m. weather update brought to you by
CG Britke, where people come first.
Hey folks, thanks for your patience. We'll be taking off very shortly. Should be wheels up in about 40 minutes. And due to a bumpy ride, snacks and beverage service has been suspended. AC is giving us some trouble. Sorry folks. And Wi-Fi is out. And so is the entertainment. Yeah, I'm sorry about the smell, folks. We are aware.
I know.
Just one more quick note. We are going to have to deplane.
Come on!
We're like the plane ride that isn't a nightmare. CG Britke. Good like that.
Craving something bold, juicy, and packed with flavor? Introducing KFC's new crispy barbecue sandwich served on a soft, buttery brioche bun. That's 100% KFC premium chicken breast, perfectly crispy, deliciously smoky with crispy onions, cheddar cheese, and barbecue sauce. Just the right amount of messy in the best way possible. Stacked with layers of bold KFC flavor, this sandwich is your new obsession. But hurry, it's only at KFC for a limited time. So what are you waiting for? Get yours today at any of the 3 KFC locations on island. KFC, finger licking good, just got bolder.
The 7:20 a.m. Weather Report, Monday through Friday, is brought to you by Credit Union, on the road to 50 years of serving our members. Visit creditunion.ky to join today.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Enjoy a delicious start to your day with breakfast from Subway.
All right, how are things on Cayman's roads? I tell you, in the Georgetown area getting quite busy as the influx of traffic coming in from the eastern districts. Not too bad this morning. Some people are on break. Some of us still got to work. The majority of schools will be out closer to Thursday or Friday thereabouts, so maybe before, maybe Wednesday or so. Looking at the traffic along Crew Road, moving slowly. Some along the Linford Pearson, Bobby Thompson Way, and crawling onto Huldah Avenue. Those are heavy traffic areas. And along the Butterfield roundabout, heading from Thomas Russell Way, heading north. North Street, seeing some North Sound Road, seeing some traffic heading east towards Dorsey Drive. And of course, out there on the waterfront, we have 2 cruise ships in now. So, gonna have lots of pedestrian movement along South Church Street, in Seafarers Way, North Church Street, and along West Bay Road. Lots of pedestrian movement on the West Bay Road area as well. But most streets inside Georgetown taking in that traffic flow. Seems to be moving fair to fine. Traffic flow going through the Windsor Park seems good. Along Walker's Road, expect the little traffic there as well. And heading up into the Georgetown area. Buckle up and stay safe, my friends. Look out for those pedestrians, those are e-scooters, e-bikes, motorbikes, bicycles, and have yourself a fantastic Monday. We'll have another traffic report for you at 12:15, brought to you by our good friends at Subway.
Craving something new? Dive into Subway's new seafood subs. 3 recipes inspired by the flavors of the coast, including the crunchy seafood bliss, the scrumptious chipotle tuna crunch, and the delicious breaded fish and ranch sub, made with our new breaded fish nuggets. Subway's new seafood subs. 3 recipes made to rock the boat. Only at Subway.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Enjoy a delicious start to your day with breakfast from Subway.
For the Health of It, heard on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. and repeated on Saturdays at 9:30 a.m. is brought to you by The Light Room. Tired of being unwell and struggling to find the energy and vitality to live the life you desire? Come get recharged from the inside out at The Light Room. Our non-invasive, holistic energy enhancement system detoxifies and energizes the body, enabling self-healing and balance. Book online at www.thelightroom.ky or call 938-HEAL, 38 Pasadora Place, GT.
The Ministry of Education and Training invites eligible Caymanians to apply for a local scholarship for the 2026-2027 academic year. To apply for a local scholarship or learn more about the various scholarship offerings, please visit the Scholarship Secretariat's website at www.moescholarships.gov.ky. Applications close on Thursday, 30th of April, 2026. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Education and Training.
Happy 50th anniversary Radio Cayman. What an enormous legacy that has been made by Radio Cayman. God bless all of the employees, past and present, that have made Radio Cayman special. So as we celebrate this 50th anniversary, as we celebrate improvements and renovations to Radio Cayman, let's be thankful for the first 50 years, and Lord willing, ingenuity willing, collaboration willing, another 50 for Radio Cayman. Happy anniversary.
With Orret Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. We have a caller that we will go to in a minute. Just have a few more birthday shout-outs to send out. Miss Ella DaCosta. Miss Ella DaCosta, I've been asked to extend happy birthday greetings to Miss Ella DaCosta. That came via a voice note. Miss Ella, former immigration officer, immigration employee as well. She was amongst one of the first cohorts of immigration officers in the Cayman Islands at one point in time. The immigration department completely dominated by female officers, the likes of Miss. Come on now. Okay, so we have, Miss Sharon McCoy, and there was Miss Terry, Miss Georgette Myrie, Miss Darlene Owens, and Miss Pat Forbes, Sonia Gold, Pat Hewlett. Oh gosh. I run the risk of, missing some, as well by starting to call names. Miss Dulce Powery, a lot. But Miss Ella, she was, I think she rose to the ranks of Assistant Chief Immigration Officer. So happy birthday to her. Also, we've been Daphne McLean. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Daphne or Daphne McLean. Birthday greetings coming from your younger cousins, wishing you the best wishes in the world. Daph is the eldest grandchild of the Chrissy Tomlinson family. So happy birthday to her as well. Let's go to the phone lines. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning, O.C. How you doing, brother?
Hey, good morning. I'm fine. How are you?
Oh, I'm holding on the phone line, waiting on you, just looking at the beautiful weather,
Great.
Yeah. And I'm retired now, so.
Oh, congrats.
Yeah, so that means that I don't have to worry about the politicians stifling my business anymore.
Would they do that?
Oh, no, our people, no, not the big mud Elvis. Oh, no, they would never do that to Elvis. You know that, though.
Mm.
I was listening to my friend, Lord Graham.
Uh-huh.
You see, one of the reasons that I didn't get elected, because I was going to be like that, I was going to be next to Frank McPhee. I was going to get through the house at, I guess, every other meeting by the speaker,
Mm.
Because you got to watch how you get Elvis McKeever immunity, that is a serious thing. Now, see, democracy has danger. The danger in democracy is that fools can vote. And they're voting for a person, but they don't know what they're voting for. And that is a danger, and it's a weakness that politicians prey on. Very, very serious thing, because how they looking at us now, the 10,385 people that voted for a simple thing of decriminalizing a plant, right? It's a plant.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in their mind, this is what they're saying. Elvis is the one that's barking up all the time. But a lot of the people, and I know a lot, when I say a lot of the people that voted for me, and I campaigned for it, does not smoke marijuana. They don't drink liquor. They don't smoke cigarettes. But they looked at it that it was time to leave people alone to what they want to do. And, okay, we came in and found it growing. Oh, see, there is nothing in the Bible says anything about herb, about weed, about ganja. But it does say about gays. Man lying with man should not lie with man, woman should not lie with woman. Right? It says that. Now, every time that we open our LA, our anything, there's this big prayer. But how come that you can walk up and down on the road with the rainbow flag? Now listen, remember now, I have nothing against those people.
Okay.
I am dealing, no, I can't be for that. I got a lot of friends here. What I am saying is this, Mr. Orret, those people have their rights. And that is their human rights. Whether they're worried about what the Bible said or what God said, that is not my business. But what I am saying is this, right? The Bible speaks against it, and we, this big Christian community. But if I walk up and down the road with a spliff of marijuana that I grew a plant or bring it in or anyway, I will be still arrested. Now, I don't see that as being justified. I just can't see it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I say, we the people, the government looks at us. You don't need it, okay? Maybe I don't need to smoke marijuana. Do they need to have champagne down the governor's house? At the big ball that they have it? Do they need that? Huh?
Yeah, good point. Valid point.
Yeah, and tell me something now. Remember, I put the champagne when you drink that them big cocktails, you can get drunk too, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I am sure of that, right? But you see, I have learned this. When you give a person a title and a uniform, you will see their colors. You know? Listen, when a dog is going to bite, it brushes up itself, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what mode it is then, right? When it's wiggling his tail, you know that's a friendly mode. So, I got 67 years gone in this country. And when they started the marine parks, you know, I was a spearfishing. I didn't have no license. We didn't need no license. And one of the reasons that I didn't get a license, I shoot somebody with a spear gun. Well, I was defending my mother. And so be it. You know, I'll do it again right now. Well, not her, but to defend me or somebody else, you know. So, now, 40 years later, we keep expanding the park, reducing the catch limit, right, which is affecting the Cayman, because we can't go nowhere. But we cannot say you cannot take nothing, none of our natural resources, not a crab, not a soldier, not a bird, not a fish, not a lobster. Because what? That would be discriminating against people that come into our island. What a sorry excuse. You know? I mean, simple. I mean, how can things that are so simple? That's what Lord Graham was talking about now. You can go to the house and say, listen to me. Enough is enough. We expanded parks, everybody voted for it. They dropped the limit, everybody voted for it. Okay, this is what happened. This is hot now, okay, man. We cannot sustain this. We are growing so fast. whether you're coming and staying in a $10,000 a night room, or you're coming to rake leaves around a person's yard, you cannot touch nothing, no natural resource in the island. You hear?
Mm-hmm.
But who is that going to benefit? The old local born Caymanians. And then to embarrass us more, they want your opinion about what we should do about it online, right?
Mm.
Oh, see, the only thing a lot of them people like me know about online is a fishing line, because we had that a long time ago, and we know how to master that. But you see, they're doing it that way because they don't want people like me and others where is not so savvy on those kind of things. But we've been through the mosquitoes, so our opinion really doesn't matter to them.
Mm-hmm. Can we go back to the spare gun license that you were talking about? Were you referring to the recent article, today's article in the Compass, where the National Conservation Council has recommended that spare gun license should be extended? It says more spare guns could be used to fish following a vote by the National Conservation Council recommended the expanded granting of licenses. Is that what you're talking about in terms of government not wanting to restrict spare gun license because it would discriminate against non-Caymanians? Was that what you were referring to?
No. I'm talking about the marine parks as a whole.
Okay.
Tell me something, OC. OC, I can tell you something, which is, you remember, did you hear me talking about this marijuana business all the time? OC, I shot a man in Cayman with a spare gun when you did not need any license, period.
Mm-hmm.
If you could afford a spare gun, you got one. If your friend had, they would lend you. It was just like, going fishing with your pig, just like, or whatever. Right?
Or you made your own. You remember the Hawaiian slings that we used to make ourselves?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
See, when the marine parks and things started, now I'm going back to the beginning of this thing, right? They formed a board, and they said that anybody with a conviction, right? Just let me know, with a criminal record, could not get a spare gun license, a turtle license, a seeing license, a fish pot license, none of those. And here what happened now. 70% of the people that hurt had conviction for simple marijuana. Nobody. I didn't have no conviction for the spare gun because I went to court and the jury acquitted me because it happened in my yard.
Mm-hmm.
The man came and mashed up my door and was beating my mother, and I shot him with what I had in my yard. Okay? They turned down my spare gun license, my fish pot license, my turtle license, because I had a conviction for marijuana. $100 or 14 days in jail because they had one little fry that they found me with.
Mm-hmm.
Those days they didn't have no lab test.
Mm-hmm.
They just smelled it and said, "Oh, that's marijuana, gone with him."
Okay. Running out of time. We've got about a minute before I have to go to a commercial break.
Yeah. So that you know how much young people that put a DAPA on.
Mm-hmm.
So what we done then? We started protesting because you can tell me now from the time I was 16, 15, I could go there and get a lap service with my spare gun thing, and because I smoke ganja, I can't get it. Well, I can start stealing, and that is what they wanted us to do. And we are continuing to do it because we are being punished for ignorance here. But you hear what happening now? They're robbing people left and right with guns. And know one thing, Elvis never robbed nobody. I was in the bush planting ganja and they come tear me out of that.
Okay, so I hope you continue to listen to the show this morning. And a quick question I'm going to ask you: do you know how many cotton trees that we had in Cayman, Grand Cayman, counting the one at the old fort, we used to call old Fort George, or the old fort? Do you know how many cotton trees we actually had? I know you mentioned your age, so I have a story that I'm going to share with our audience. I want you to listen to it about the five cotton trees that were in the Cayman Islands, in Grand Cayman, located in an area where Mr. Ainsley's house.
Mr. English house, yeah.
Yeah, apparently there was some there. So very quickly, I saw a phrase here before, and I'm not sure if I knew where that was. Let's see if I can find it now. There was a place. Okay, I'm going to go to the commercial break. If anything, you can call back, but listen to it because I'm going to ask if anyone knows what that area was, where it was as well. Okay?
Okay, cool.
All right, take care, folks. 8:30. Time for a commercial break. Phone lines will remain open. Please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back shortly.
My mom's a superhero. She always knows what to do when I feel icky. Yesterday, we went to West Bay Pharmacy, and they had everything she needed. Medicine, my favorite band-aids with dinosaurs, and even flavored vitamins. Mom says they keep our family healthy. I think they're magic. But don't tell anyone. I think superhero shop at West Bay Pharmacy. West Bay Pharmacy, where the superheroes shop. West Bay Pharmacy and Centennial Towers. Convenient quality care is just around the corner.
Cineco's parametric insurance after hurricanes is now available for motor policies. Fixed automatic payouts cover incidental vehicle expenses like fuel, cleanup, and minor repairs. No claims, no damage required. $200 for comprehensive policies or $100 for third-party policies. Available exclusively through Cineco and included with all new motor insurance policies and upon renewal for current policies. Visit Cineco.ky today. Cineco, keeping Cayman covered.
Can you imagine your home completely organized? At Brand Source Custom Closets, we can. We specialize in designing and building custom closets and storage units for any room in your home, including the garage, with tailored designs and custom LED lighting solutions to fit your lifestyle and budget. Our custom closets expert is committed to enhancing the value of your home with a solution that is uniquely yours. Visit our showroom or call 623-6774 to schedule a no-obligation appointment with our design expert. Brand Source Custom Closets, 209 Dorsey Drive, Industrial Park.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or belly fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
Go placidly amid the noise and haste, and remember what peace there may be in silence.
Hi, I'm Tommy from TCE Paint Shop. Growing up, my favorite programs on Radio Cayman was News Hour, The Request Hour, then followed by The House of Gold with the Kincaids. I remember listening to this with my grandmother on her cistern back in 1976. Happy 50th anniversary, Radio Cayman, my choice for radio in the Cayman Islands.
This is For the Record.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. Phone lines are open. I'm going to share a story with you from my favorite newspaper, the Tradewinds newspaper. This was published on the Thursday, the 31st of March, 1966. Going, Gone, the end of an era. So I'm going to share the article with you, but meanwhile, those of you who are listening, and this is, of course, in Mr. Elvis McKeever's neck of the woods, but this was in the 1920s that this started, so I'm not sure when these trees were actually cut down. I'll share the story with you. But there's an area in what we now call North Church Street that was called Archibald's Square. Archibald Square. So if any of our listeners or viewers know about Archibald Square and North Church Street, please give us a call and talk about it. So meanwhile, article written by, doesn't say who the author was, the journalist, but it talks about that many would have cried in the words of George Perkins Morris, his poem "Woodman, Spare That Tree." On March the 26th, this is March the 26th, 1966, when the Public Works Department commenced felling the last of 5 giant cotton trees that once dotted central Georgetown. Had it not been for the fact that the decaying tree had become a hazard to traffic on South Church Street by the ancient St. George's Fort. The tree had served its time and been faithful in peace and in war, being a landmark for mariners making the anchorage and an official observation post for the Home Guards during World War II. The most northeasterly of the noble trees withered and died some 60 years ago. So this was in 1966 that this was done. So in the early 1900s was when the northeasterly tree died. Says that these were located in what was then called Archibald Square in the north of the town and some 300 yards distance from the sea, and was followed soon after by the decay of a sister tree nearby. The largest of the 5 trees, so there were 5 cotton trees. The largest of the 5 trees, and what is believed to be Cayman's largest tree, was located on the backyard of Mr. Fred McTaggart. The history of the tree, as passed on to Mr. Fred, is that his great-grandmother secured some flower seeds from abroad and started a garden. One of the seeds produced a giant tree which bore pods of what appeared more like silk than cotton. And although each pod also held seeds, as far as is known, the last of the species is gone. The article then points out there is a story passed down through the years of a sailor from one of His Majesty's ships who climbed a nearby tree, fastened a rope to the limb of the cotton tree, and tried to scale its towering height. Unfortunately, the sailor boy fell to the ground and was seriously injured. The roots of the tree provided shelters that looked like caves. These were a favorite haunt of fishermen in search of hermit crabs for bait. That's what that hermit crabs, of course, this was a foreigner writing this article. what we call soldier crabs, soldiers. Says the outgrowth of limbs from this tree started 22 feet from the ground. When the tree died, because it was an official landmark for mariners, especially HM warships, Mr. Fred's appeal to the government for permission to cut down the tree was denied. About a year later, however, he made a similar request, explaining his case more fully. Rotting limbs as large as the trunk of the Fort George's tree were hanging over his home, and it was a constant jeopardy. It was in constant jeopardy of being crushed. This time, the government officials went and overhauled the tree. They agreed it was dangerous and gave the necessary permission for its removal. Now here comes the innovative part. Mr. Fred then placed a ladder against the trunk, which measured 8 feet in diameter, fastened a stout rope to the lower limbs, climbed down and rigged a tackle to another tree and waited for help. Mr. Fred was a barber at the time, and the first customer to show up during the wait was one Mr. Smiley, whose hair Mr. Fred refused to trim until the tree came down. Mr. Smiley evidently needed the barbering for he volunteered to help pull on the ropes, and unbelievably, as it seems, the roots of the ancient tree gave way to the tugging of the two men. This was around 1921. So, Mr. Elvis, you and I wouldn't have been around during that time. Says in 1922, on the 7th day of July, to be exact, the 4th tree, which was located between houses now owned by Mr. Ainsley Borden and Captain Eugene Thompson, was felled. So there was another tree that was located between houses now owned by Mr. Ainsley Borden and Captain Eugene Thompson. That was felled. The 5th and last tree held its own until roots were chopped away when Church Street was widened during recent repairs. Since then, the decline of the tree has been rapid. Says some roots lie buried in the ground for a long time before germinating, and maybe someday Cayman will boast another giant cotton tree. So we had 5 cotton trees in Cayman in the early 1900s. They were all eventually felled because they became extremely dangerous. The last being, of course, the cotton tree in Fort George, where the roots were originally cut to widen the road in that area. And then, of course, when unfortunately Fort George was demolished to widen the road even more, that cotton tree was completely eliminated. So, folks, part of our history, again, are cotton trees, 5 of them located in Cayman. And if any of you know Archibald Square, where that was located, it sounds as if it would have been somewhere in the area of Mr. Ainsley's house, Mr. Rodder Watler's house. But if you know, you may not want to call in, but you can send us a message right here on For the Record, or WhatsApp number 925-3261, and tell us about Archibald Square if you know anything about it as well. Folks, we need to know about our history. We're losing so much of it. And, of course, we also run the risk of being overwhelmed by others' history and others' culture. That's what will happen when you become a minority in your own country. So we, folks, we have to keep it alive. We have to keep it alive. With that, we're going to take a commercial break. Please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back shortly.
My mom's a superhero. She always knows what to do when I feel icky. Yesterday, we went to West Bay Pharmacy, and they had everything she needed. Medicine, my favorite band-aids with dinosaurs, and even flavored vitamins. Mom says they keep our family healthy. I think they're magic. But don't tell anyone. I think superhero shop at West Bay Pharmacy. West Bay Pharmacy, where the superheroes shop. West Bay Pharmacy and Centennial Towers. Convenient quality care is just around the corner.
There you go, sir. Thanks for choosing JN Money Transfer.
Boy, thanks to JN Money Transfer, I can stay right here in Cayman and pay mama bills back home in Jamaica. Her water, light, phone and other bills never late. Every month I pay everything in one place.
Make payments to over 30 companies in Jamaica through JN Money Transfer. Fast, affordable, convenient. Call 1-800-744-1163 for details.
At Kirk's Home Center, we can make your life much better. We got it all together. We got a great deal in store for you. From cookware to stereos, from power tools to plumbing supplies. Yeah, we got the best goods with the best price and a service to make you smile. At Kirk's Home Center, we got a great deal in store for you.
Good news for babies. The updated national immunization schedule now includes an important improvement to the hexavalent vaccine, protecting babies against 6 serious diseases, including hepatitis B. Hep B can cause lifelong liver problems, including cancer and cirrhosis. Your baby will get the shots at 2, 4, and 6 months, with a booster at 18 months. Vaccination trains the immune system to fight against infections and keep the community healthy. Talk to your doctor about the updated vaccine schedule today. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health, Environment and Sustainability and the Public Health Department.
For the record, with Orret Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. We have a caller. We will be going to that caller in a minute. We've just been asked to also send birthday greetings to Duke Wayne Tibbetts. Happy birthday to Duke Wayne Tibbetts. Person has written and said, good morning, OC. I think that a couple of small silk cotton trees are in the Savannah area. You know, you're right. Somewhere around Breadfruit Walk, I believe. The one that was located at the Georgetown fort was quite old, as it was seen on some very early maritime drawings of the Georgetown waterfront. I want to thank that listener and writer for that information as well. Let's go to our phone lines. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Yes, good morning, OC.
Good morning, good morning. How are you?
Happy New Year, man.
Thanks, and happy Easter to you as well.
Yeah, you too. It's a long... I don't remember all of them cotton trees because, you know, in my youth, I spent as much time in Georgetown because that's where the hustling was.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I spent as much time in Georgetown as I did in West Bay, but I do remember the cotton tree at the old fort because I had a cousin that fell out of that tree, and you know he was never himself again.
Okay. Sometimes
I have to wonder because you know he died smoking his herb, man. He had loved his herb. I remember him telling me all the time I had to go to St. Elizabeth. Whatever I do in my lifetime, I must visit St. Elizabeth. I'm not gone there yet. But yeah, he was in the Home Guard, you know.
Okay. Yes. I remember the story.
Fell at the top. Yeah, he fell out that tree, man, and he was never to see him again, man. Yeah, I remember the old Georgetown there. Quite reasonable, you know.
So, did you ever recall hearing the term Archibald Square?
you know, that was kind of new to me just now when I hear you talking about that. I don't remember hearing about it, but if it was there, it was there, you know. Yeah, man.
Okay.
Anyway, have a good day, my friend.
Thank you very much. All the best to you as well. Enjoy the Easter holidays, and
yeah, man. Okay.
Remember the reason for the season. Okay, so I'm going to share. Well, let's talk about the DG's 5K. Huge turnout. It seems over somewhere around 3,000 participants. So we know that as far as the numbers are concerned, that they were seeking to reach at least 2,500. They have exceeded that, and we also hope and we trust that they will reach the 100,000 mark as far as proceeds go, so that they can then distribute those funds to the charities that have been chosen as the beneficiaries of that. Good to see so many people out there supported by cabinet colleagues as well, some ministers, the governor, the AG. And for those of you who are interested, of course, there's an article in the Compass, today's Compass, about the event as well. Now, what is interesting here is I'm going to share one paragraph with you. So it talks about at a glance, and it says Franz Manderson, Deputy Governor's 5K Challenge took place on Sunday morning. Sold-out race had 3,000 participants running, walking, and jogging the course around Georgetown. Many of Mr. Manderson's colleagues took part, including Premier Andre Ebanks and Governor Jane Owen. There was just one word from the Deputy Governor as he crossed the finish line of the Deputy Governor's 5K Challenge on Sunday morning. That word was awesome. There's a paragraph here that I'm having interest in because, I want to bring this subject. I want to bring this subject up as well. I'll just passing the torch. There's a paragraph on that, and we'll talk more about that. But meanwhile, we do have a caller, so let's go to the phone lines. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Yes, good morning, OC.
Hey, good morning. How art thou? Long time no hear from you.
I know, man. I've been pretty busy up here,
Okay. And I would imagine with the agriculture show just passed, and I hear so many people talking about that they had to bring breads, and this person said they bought so. So do you do a special baking when that time of the year comes around, when you know that there are going to be more people in the back? You boost your production.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, man. But going back in the history. Especially Georgetown, all of us grew up there together,
Yep.
And I remember that same tree you were mentioning about by the port.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Mr. Mike Simmons played a big role in, because they had to widen the road.
Mm-hmm.
And all of us was all excited on how they were going to take it down and, what would come next. But going back a little further, on Walker's Road, I remember that road from the early beginnings, because I know you would remember when we had the Baker on Mavis Street.
Mm-hmm.
And my older brother is passed on, but he used to go on the north end of town, and I used to go on the south end of town. And I always enjoyed going. Well, it's Walker Road now, but then it was just a little track,
Mm-hmm.
Riding up there and going where you join into Southtown Road. And, when my dad decided to buy some property up there, I became so interested in it that I asked him what the lots were going for, and he told me, and I decided to get one.
Okay.
Believe it or not, we moved in there. Oh God, man, it was we've been up there now something like 47 years.
Wow,
And,
wow.
You know, it by putting in the road, you know, and the high school came there, and a lot of apartments got built up there. And I remember we had so many nice mango trees in that park.
Yes.
That everybody used to come, I would say, from just about all over the island to get mangoes there. And when we got the property that our house is on, it had quite a few mango trees, but we had to take down some because to put the house down, and we still have one or two up there that quite a lot of nice mangoes coming up with.
And these would be local mangoes, what we call long mangoes?
Right. You got it, man. But it was so interesting back in those days, you know, that, you know, any trees that some of our customers had, like the red plum trees, orange trees, the pear trees, you know, people would actually, Sonny, you better take some of these back for your mama, or, you know?
Yep.
It was so interesting. When I look back at it, you know, to see the amount of construction and buildings on that road now, but it really takes me back. I wonder what really would have happened if it had just stayed like how it was, you know. But, you know, everybody wanted to get on Walker's Road.
Yeah.
Like.
Once you open up a road, it's going to change the whole. It's going to change the entire community. Once you open up a road in that area, you know, it's going to change the landscape completely. Yes.
And then I think another thing that sort of attracted people there was by the high school, and you know, a lot of stuff like that was there. So most people, to me, seemed like they wanted to be close to the school, you know.
Oh yeah. And our school days, we feasted off of Mr. Baxter's mangoes quite a bit as well. Mangoes and coconuts.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. You know, here I am now in the Brat, and you know, it's so strange how life can turn around. And like where I started, my parents having this bakery, and then I end up in a bakery. I mean, it's so coincidental that, I mean, but see, I gotta say, it's nice for you to bring up a lot of things about like how it was this morning, you know. You hear a lot of stuff that people remembered. You know?
Yeah, I got another one queued up for you as well, that I'm going to share in a while. And this was a story written by Mr. Willow Wood, because in those days with the Trade Winds newspaper, they used to talk about the lives. They had a series about the lives of people in Cayman, and this one is about Mr. Massey. You remember Mr. Massey? Mr. Massey Ebanks? Yes. This is a story about him. So, you know, when I finish with you, and then we go to our headline news. When we return, I'm going to talk. I'm going to share that story as well about Mr. Massey.
Yes, O.C. You're doing a great job, man.
Thank you very much.
And we'll chat back later on.
Okay, you take care. Nice hearing your voice again.
Yeah, man. Same here.
Okay, so I might be able to read this now and then talk about it later. So Mr. Willow Wood in 1966, this was the 24th of March, 1966. He was the writer for the Bordentown district. So he says, continuing our series of the lives of old people, we take you this week to Georgetown, as one there has written about, as no one there has written about anyone from that district. We are by no means out of material here in Bordentown. Of course, at one point in time, he wrote in one article about Bordentown, people in Bordentown living the longest. So he said, we're not by no means out of material here in Bordentown, and we'll bring you some from time to time. So this week, we give you the life story of one Charles Ebanks, in brackets, Massey, who was born at Georgetown 80 years ago. So this is 1966, so 80 years before that he was born. Says, as a young man, he attended school going as far as the 5th grade. After leaving school, he joined the fishing fleet, going to Nicaragua, catching turtles. Sometime after, he left for the United States, where he sailed on schooners and later on steamships going to many different parts of the world. He experienced 9 severe storms in all and survived them all with not a broken bone. 2 seamen were lost by being washed overboard. He returned home and again joined the fishing fleet and other schooners in the home trade. In 1925, he took as his wife Miss May Thompson. By this union, 7 children were born, and when he was able to send born and whom he was able to send to school. 10 years ago, he resigned from overseas and did cultivating, cattle, rearing, and chicken. For the past 7 years, he has worked as a customs watchman on incoming ships, with the exception of typhoid fever, which he had for a couple of years. He lived a very healthy life. His chief fun was dancing, and liked the 8-hand quadrille, which was very popular at the time. I'm gonna leave that for when we come back from the news, because I just don't want to brush over that. So we're going to continue the story of Mr. Massey, Charles Ebanks. Folks, please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back shortly.
Since 1976.
Covering Grand Cayman, no Cayman, on right. One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Radio Cayman in the Cayman Islands. From Radio Cayman's newsroom, this is Headlines. Local, regional, international news.
The Headline News is brought to you by Kirk Market and Health Services Authority.
You may want to stick to the shore today. Small craft should exercise caution over open waters, especially along the north and eastern coasts, as there is a small craft alert in effect. Within the reef and sheltered areas, conditions are generally less severe, but operators are being encouraged to exercise discretion as locally choppy conditions may develop. That alert is expected to continue into the evening. In international news, U.S. President Donald Trump has threatened to, quote, obliterate Iran's power plants and oil wells if a deal is not reached, quote, shortly. Trump says the U.S. is in, quote, serious discussions with the new and more reasonable regime in Iran, but warns if a ceasefire is not agreed, the U.S. will hit sites it has, quote, purposely not yet touched. It's not the first time he's tried to set a deadline. Trump has also repeated his threats against the major fuel hub of Karg Island. Earlier, a spokesperson for Iran's foreign ministry called U.S. proposals to end the war, quote, excessive and unreasonable. Meanwhile, the price of oil has hit $115. Gas prices in the UK have risen again, and new attacks are reported in Iran, Lebanon, and Israel, while traffic through the Strait of Hormuz remains down on pre-war levels. In the UK, Prime Minister Keir Starmer again has insisted, quote, this is not our war. Those are your headlines. I'm Karsley Fuller.
Radio Cayman. More news available at www.radiocayman.gov.ky. Check out our social media pages: Facebook, YouTube, X, formerly Twitter, Radio Cayman Headline News.
At HSA, we strive to provide the highest standard of care with compassion, integrity, and dedication. And so we say thank you, Cayman, for continuing to make us the most awarded organization on island by voting us the best of Cayman Islands in 9 medical categories. Your support reminds us why we do what we do, to serve the Cayman community with kindness and excellence. To find out more about our award-winning services, visit hsa.ky. At HSA, we are committed to caring for you.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
With Orret Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. Paul, we still have a caller on hold, right? Okay. Let me just finish this very quickly about Mr. Massey. So it says that he lived a very healthy life. His chief fun was dancing. He liked the 8-hand quadrille. So if any of you know about the 8-hand quadrille, because we see now where we continue to promote quadrille dancing to keep that part, of our culture alive in the Cayman Islands. If you know about the 8-hand quadrille, let me know. Say he smoked for some years and then he stopped. Like to take a few drinks only when he was dancing to get the lead out of his feet. That's a good saying. I remember that old saying. His chief food was and is vegetables and fish. Today, he walks about erect, his hair white, and quite a few of his natural teeth are left. Wow, they went into detail in 1966. Says he doesn't have a pain and feels good most of the time. I closed the interview wishing him many more happy years. So that's Charles Ebanks, Mr. Massey, as the story as told by Mr. Willie Wood from Bordentown. Let's go to our caller. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record. Thanks for being so patient.
Good morning, O.C.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. How are you?
And,
happy Easter.
Easter to you and your family.
Thank you. Thank you.
As usual, nice to see your health and going. God bless you continually.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Do you remember the cotton tree inside Old Fort, which I hear you talking about?
Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
The old fort, the old cotton tree was one of the main attractions for tourists those days. And we as school kids used to be mixing with the tourists out there when they come around and play.
Uh-huh.
Right? But do you remember, was it another cotton tree there? You remember where that was? There was 2 cotton trees there, you know.
Was that on the opposite side of the road?
Exactly, in the Parson yard.
Yes.
The one with the hair with string going on, because we actually used to go and swing on the the big old brown thing that were hanging down, looked like rope. That was in the Parson yard.
Yes.
And then you had the one by the fort.
Right.
So you had 2 cotton tree there. Okay. Yeah.
I used to go with my father in the Parsons yard because there was a whole lot of almond trees there as well, and lion tongue. And whenever he was going fishing, I would go there with him to get soldiers. But I was scared. I was scared to be in that yard.
That whole area, that whole town area was full of almond trees and the old grape trees across to the fort. We used to play we used to play outside there. Because I always remember when we were playing on the grape tree, and they have this little nor'wester coming. You see, you remember the teacher? You remember Miss Genevieve?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And you remember Miss Carlin and Miss Pearl?
Yes.
From Bordentown?
Yes.
I can just picture Miss Genevieve riding her bicycle from West Bay, with a big old brown hat on when she come in. Then she ride into the old forts. Serious. Them teachers, they had to do all that, and then we used to have scout meeting inside the little fort too.
Yes.
We used to train us in there.
Yes, that's where it used to be. And the cannons used to be. There were several cannons that were in there as well.
Cannons were there too, yeah. Cannons were there because we had, when we were practicing for sports, we used to have to run practice on the road out there before we go on the ground.
Yep.
Yeah. And then we used to play catching on the iron show that way, Dr. Frank Alred down in the little blowhole.
Yes. And remember when we used to spin spots and goggle eyes down in those blowholes as well? You know, it was amazing. You could stay on the edge of the blowholes and watch all of the spots and stuff like that in there.
Them just taking it in. Yeah, we used to catch so much sprat that we used to carry them, sell them to Mr. Inkler for his cat. You remember Mr. Inkler had all them cats on the road?
Yes.
So yeah. So that little area is a very memorable area. Coming from school, you remember you had Mr. William Nixon had one little shop there. I'll never forget he had one little shop and he used to sell beans and nobody wouldn't buy the local beans. So one day he put on it, beans has just arrived from Jamaica in less than no time. Even the mama sent me my beans from him. Then you had that big old almond tree in Princess Royal Park.
Yes.
And then we used to go and get guinea off the big old guinea tree cross on the corner there by where the library is. We used to break off the limbs and drag them down by the seaside and throw them out and then dive up and get our guineas.
Yeah, there were two guinea trees, one on the library side and one right on the corner there where Hero Square is now. Yeah,
you had plenty of guineas on it. Then you had one big one by the
Captain Ben's bar.
Captain Ben bar.
Yeah.
See, that's still And you had one by the market too, the old market.
Yes.
You had one there too.
Yes.
Yeah, we used to get. Anyhow, they were good old days.
They certainly were.
And then you had a big old sand hole that we used to play in. So remember the sand hole? The sand hole right in front of the amphitheater.
Yeah. When you get Northwesters, that was a huge swimming pool there for us.
That was a swimming pool. We used to make our little boat and go there and fly and see.
Yeah. So do you recall this name Archibald Square as well? I believe it would have been. They said it was somewhere. Mr. Fred McTaggart and Mr. Ink. Not McTaggart. Captain Eugene Thompson and Mr. Ainsley Borden's house. I believe it would be somewhere in the area, Mr. Rodder Watler or something, where Mr. Rodder Watler's house was. But it was called Archibald Square. I when I grew up, I never knew that name.
I could be wrong, like what you're saying, but it was you used to have the Mr. Royal Watler house down in that road there where we did that with Norbert had he first
yes.
going on to Mr. Ladner Water, them got put Mr. Water down. I think they had a road down, an area down, and named that. Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna have to ask Joellen about that. Archibald Square.
Check it out. I'm going to check it out because I remember that. Yeah, I go check it out. I remember that they had a little building. They had Norbert had a little chicken farm down, and then you used to go down to Mr. Rodder and Miss Udleen. Miss Udleen used to walk in the little Royal Bank. I used to go down there, all them places there, and yes, we had a little place named that. Across from Mr. Ink's big old upstairs house there in the road, go down in there. I got asked Joel about that. Yes, I know, but I can't remember that road quick there. Yeah. Oh, see, they were good. Yep. And then we used to go up by where they call Reed Sand Bay now. We used to go there, and then you remember them days you hear shark, and the shark coming in, going back up, and everybody used to run out. Run out to sea. Oh, but that's what you call it now, because every one of those bays was named after somebody that from Dr. Bay come up.
Yeah, Dora Bay, Norberg's Bay. Yep.
No, we didn't have no Norberg Bay. We had Big Bar Bay, Small
Bar Bay. Yes.
And then
Dora's.
Then you had Dora Bay, which used to be Reed Sand Bay, but named Dora Bay. Then the other little bay next to it was named Mr. Hilton Bay. You know, remember Mr. Hilton, the next little right now between Sandbar. They used to call that Mr. Hilton Bay.
Yeah, and that used to have more gravel rather than sand, you know, in the
Yeah. In the Parson Bay was gravel too. Right now we're waiting on the monument. Now where Sam had the dummy shop behind it.
Yes,
that was low
yes.
gravel too.
Yep.
You remember?
Yeah. Yep. Renford.
And then
sorry, go ahead.
No. If you gotta go, that's fine. We'll talk again. I just want to remind you about the tree.
Okay.
Or you? Yeah.
Thanks. Thank you very much. I'm going to share something about this time of the year. And Cayman also used to have the inter-house sports, but we do have to go to a commercial break. We have a caller on WhatsApp as well.
Inter-house sport? Oh, yeah. Well, we'll talk about that another time.
Yeah, I'm going to share some. There's some names here that you will be familiar with. You know, in 1966, in our inter-house sports days as well. Share that with you. Okay, our caller on WhatsApp, please hang in there. We're going to take a commercial break. Please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back shortly.
Cineco's parametric insurance after hurricanes is now available for motor policies. Fixed automatic payouts cover incidental vehicle expenses like fuel, cleanup, and minor repairs. No claims, no damage required. $200 for comprehensive policies or $100 for third-party policies. Available exclusively through Cineco and included with all new motor insurance policies and upon renewal for current policies. Visit Cineco.ky today. Cineco. Keeping Cayman covered.
Your dream home starts with a vision, and often inspiration is at the heart of that vision. Brand Source Home Gallery's in-house designers are here to help bring your vision to life. Whether you're remodeling or building a new home, Brand Source Home Gallery is your one-stop solution. Explore their kitchen cabinets, sinks, faucets, bath fixtures, tubs, vanities, and more. Let Brand Source's designers help and inspire you with your next project. Call 623-5000 and schedule an appointment with a design expert at Brand Source Home Gallery, Dorsey Drive, Industrial Park, serving Cayman for 50 years.
My mom's a superhero. She always knows what to do when I feel icky. Yesterday, we went to West Bay Pharmacy, and they had everything she needed. Medicine, my favorite band-aids with dinosaurs, and even flavored vitamins. Mom says they keep our family healthy. I think they're magic. But don't tell anyone. I think superhero shop at West Bay Pharmacy. West Bay Pharmacy, where the superheroes shop. West Bay Pharmacy and Centennial Towers. Convenient quality care is just around the corner.
What matters most to you right now? The cost of living, housing, jobs, healthcare, safety? The Cayman Islands government has set 7 national priorities for 2026 to 2028, focused on areas that affect daily life, from preparing Caymanians for opportunity to improving quality of life and social stability to strengthening Cayman's long-term resilience. Learn more about the 7 broad outcomes at gov.ky/priorities. 7 priorities, 1 Cayman.
Boy, I'm so glad I got that funding from the Ministry of Tourism's Visitors Experience Development Grant Program. It has really helped me create an awesome new tourism offering. Wondering if you could do the same? You're in luck. Applications for the VEDG program are now open. Visit www.ourcayman.ky/VEDGP for more information and to apply.
With Orret Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. We're going straight to the phone lines. Our WhatsApp caller. Good morning. Welcome. I'm good. How are you? Happy Easter to you.
Yep, see you and your family. Yep. Where that little road that you're talking about was where Mr. Ladna Watland them used to live. That's where that was called down in that road. Across from Mr. Ingsley place. You know, remember they had a gas station as well. You know, in those days. So they had cotton trees in the back there too, you know. They had some cotton trees in the back there.
Yeah, that was the article. The article that I was sharing earlier spoke about the trees in that area because they were saying there were a total of 5 cotton trees at that time in Georgetown, including the one at Fort George, at the old fort.
Yep. But like what I think that was Renan you were talking to, I think what he was saying was true because opposite there we parked Mr. Nathan E-Bikes that was married to Miss Georgia E-Bikes. That fell down out of
Yeah, that's what the other caller was talking about. But of course, he didn't mention any names, so I didn't bother, mentioning names. They're still family members who are alive, so we have to be cautious and sensitive, to that.
But that's history, that's history. And across there, then like where the Parsons and them, they had a cotton tree there as well. And the guinea trees where they're talking about was right where the heroes, that sign there with Miss Joyce Hilton and them. Then one was on the opposite side, right on the corner of the library, now where part you're driving for the bus stop.
Right.
The big almond trees was underneath there. But Mr. Kingsley Thompson, remember his wife was from Miss Louise, she was from Louisiana. And I remember she used to make pies on Sunday, deliver them on Sunday, but she would make them on Saturday evening. And I used to go and rake her yard up there for her. I remember her. But Mr. Ainsley, he had a little problem with hearing. And he had a lot of cats,
Yeah.
I remember you remember, God bless his soul, Huxley?
Huxley Gorin, yep.
Remember? Yep, it was Huxley, me, Jesse Arch, Jack De Silva, and Donald from those days they called it Dog City. And we used to hang out right in that area because Valley Borden and Claire, they were the people with the outboard boats those days. They would go out, they would go out to the government ships when the officials were and stuff,
You remember the Snoo? The Snoo was one of the fastest boats in Cayman at the time.
Yep.
You remember the Snoo?
But that was there. And then I was telling you now about these pies. What happened? It was a wooden floor, but Miss Louise used to have a lot of cats. And we used to know more or less what time Miss Louise would take the pies out the oven and she would put them on the table. And she would put her husband Ainsley to watch that the cats don't got them. But me and Huxley, remember, and Jesse and Jack De Silva, Jackie was the smallest. We would go underneath the floor and there was a piece of 2x12 that wasn't nailed down. It had rotten out then, but we could take our hand and push up the piece of wood, the piece of lumber, and we could put our hand right up on the table and take a pie out, and we were gone. So Miss Louise would come back and ask him, Ainsley, did you see the cat? Because one pie is missing because she only used to make them on order. And I remember one time Mr. Ainsley caught us and he blocked the exit for us to get out. Man, we was in a mess. Huxley got stuck underneath the floor and Mr. Ainsley beat him. I remember Mr. Ainsley beat him because he would steal the pies.
Yeah. Well, my sister, Taki, she loved those pies, the lemon meringue pies that used to make, and you could get usually on a Sunday morning or something like that. I think it was when you would get the pies. Yeah.
Yeah, and she used to make the chocolate pies. Used to make the chocolate pies.
Yep.
But those days, OC boy, they were nice days. You remember Miss Dora and Mr. Robert? But she had Alan, I think he was named.
Yep, Alan Bush.
York, Yeah, she had carried him to New York. And Mr. His daddy used to be crying for him, and he sung a song. He said, Dora, Dora, when you gonna bring my boy back home to me? Dora, Dora, you left him and now all I can't see. Oh, I don't. She made one song. And Mr. Lemar and Elon had played it every time that, the weekend or holidays, he would miss Allen, and he would get them, he would pay them to come and play and sing for him.
Yep.
But right out there is where we learned to swim.
Okay.
We had a piece of 2x12 cross there that was in front of Norberg Bakery. A piece of 2x12, we would walk across, and sometimes they would push us off of it and say, swim or drown a shark behind you. Man, that's how we learned to swim,
Okay. Caller, I'm going to ask you to leave us there so I can share some more. Got lots of stuff coming in here, so I want to share as much as possible. Thank you very much. One of our listeners has written and said there are a few cotton trees off the beaten track in Savannah, Bodden Town proper. Lookout, and also in Lookout and in the Breakers area. The writer says that they hark back to Plantation Society. Pedro St. James was the great house in command of the 350 acres of cotton. West Indian, Sea Island cotton, part of the supply chain of cotton to Europe, was a Caymanian entity harvested from Prospect to Bodden Town. The Websters were cotton planters of great prominence. Caymanian cotton story was a most important thread of our history. So I want to thank that listener and writer for that. This other listener has written and said, good morning. I'm loving the conversation this morning, going down memory lane with such great memories. I have a constant smile on my face. Thanks so much. I am another proud Caymanian. I want to thank that listener and writer. This other person wrote and said, good morning. Great show this morning. Keep on keeping the trade winds alive. As an aside, do you notice anything peculiar with the road name? I have to Seafarer's Way. Anything particular about it? I have to study that a little closer. Then this person says, good morning, Mr. Connor. I thoroughly enjoyed that little episode with you and Mr. Barnes. It was a walk down memory lane, and it is so important to us older Caymanians. In this era where Cayman is fast losing its any semblance of the way, quote unquote, the way things were, I do believe you should have a show. This one perhaps that is dedicated specifically to our historical facts, events, and even some of the lighter moments where we laughed and played in our innocence before the outside world, quote unquote, broke into our quiet way of life. Then they go on to say the cotton tree by the Parsons bookshop remained until the West Wind building was under construction. So I want to thank that writer for that as well. Paul, we have a caller. Let's go to the phone lines. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
Oh,
Happy Easter to you.
Happy Easter to you too.
Thank you.
I believe I heard you talking about cotton trees.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just wanted to share that my grandmother's property, which is actually located in West Bay, that was full of cotton trees. It had acres and acres of cotton trees.
Mm-hmm.
To the west and the south side of her house, that was all cotton trees. And, of course, it was family land because when she, died, she passed it on. And as I guess they built on it, the trees were taken down. And I know that some of the property is still there, not built on. But I'm not sure if it has any cotton trees left on it because I haven't been down there in a while. But I just thought I'd share that as well.
Thank you. And these were the big cotton trees as well? Are you talking about like what was by the fort?
They were big cotton trees.
Mm-hmm.
It like I said, had a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and they were all different heights and sizes.
Okay.
But as a little girl, I remember us roaming through there, and we would pick the cotton, because the trees were so full of cotton. And it was amazing, how it grew, because it was sort of in I could feel like a little shell. And then when that shell opened, there was the cotton.
Yep.
The whole place was full. Now, I can't say that it came a certain time of the year, because I was too young at the time to know that, but I do remember. And funny enough, they called it the cotton piece.
Okay.
Yes, they called it the cotton piece. And it was only after they started naming the road that that road was given a different name. And I always wondered why my uncle didn't, ask to have it remain as the cotton piece. But I still call it the plantation, to be honest with you, because after growing older and learning, some of the history, I realized that clearly that area must have been somewhere that was inhabited and, cotton was grown.
Yep. Okay, caller, thank you very much for that.
Okay.
We have reached 9:30, so we're going to take our commercial break. Please stay tuned. For the record, we'll be back shortly.
She hear clunk and her car stop. I was just about to send her some money, so I send it straight to her JN money transfer card. It cost me less, and perhaps she use the card pay the garage right away. She'll get discount through the JN Rewards program in Jamaica. This card make things easy. You can even get funds at any multi-link ATM.
JN Money Transfer Card. Fast, affordable, convenient. Tell your loved ones in Jamaica about it. Sign up is free.
Accidents and illnesses can strike without warning. Ouch! When it comes to urgent care, every second counts. At Doctors Hospital, we have a dedicated team of experienced doctors and nursing staff available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Don't waste time in an overcrowded emergency room when you need urgent care. Whether it's a broken bone, a severe infection, or a sudden illness, trust in Doctors Hospital's unwavering dedication to providing the best immediate care. For complete urgent care when you need it the most, choose Doctors Hospital, located in Georgetown, 16 Middle Road.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
Hi, this is Michael Webster, longtime supporter and sponsor of Radio Cayman. I'd like to say a big happy 50th anniversary to Radio Cayman. I remember 30 plus years ago listening to my grandfather Roy Bodden playing country music and bluegrass music on Radio Cayman. Happy 50th anniversary.
With Orret Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. Less than half an hour to go in the show. Going to change topics a little bit, but we're going to come back to some more of Cayman's history because we want to talk about Inter-House Sports Day. But how many callers we have, Paul? One caller? Okay, we'll take that call in a second. They're talking about the DG's 5K. There's in the article, there's a section that talks about passing the torch. It says during the run was an emotional experience for him. He said that's the DG. It started to sink in a bit that this will be my last one as deputy governor, and it's time for me to pass on the torch on to a new DG in a couple of weeks. He said that it would now be up to the new deputy governor to decide what they wanted to do with the race going forward. Now, as a student of history and political history, and I have a degree in political science. In some of those closed societies like North Korea and even China to a certain extent, one of the ways that the Central Intelligence Agency of the United States is able to know what's happening as far as the hierarchy in those closed societies is concerned is when there are official gatherings like, big state ceremonies, military parades. They look and they see who is sitting on the front line, right up front. And that tells you who's in vogue, who's in power, who is favored. So in looking at the photographs from the DG's 5K yesterday, there are several photographs in there with his cabinet colleagues and everything. We see Minister Miles, Minister Rankin, Minister Cathy, Minister Nicholas DaCosta, the governor. We see the premier, we see the AG, and we see one of the parliamentary secretaries and everything. I don't see, other than the AG, I can't recognize any civil servants there. So what I was looking for to see who may have been prominent in any of these photographs that would give us some inkling, some sort of hint as to who the next deputy governor would be. But I haven't seen that. And of course, I'm not sure if you all know, but my preference is that it should be a female. Of course, I say that with all respect to all of the persons who applied and who were interviewed as well, with all respect for them, because whomever it is, I'm going to have to interact. If I'm still on the show, I'll have to interact with them in some manner or the other, in terms of interviews. So, I want to be respectful to everyone. But my personal choice would be a female. And of course, I've always pointed out that the next deputy governor, just like this one, has to have the respect and the support of the civil service, as well. And we would have hoped that with this being celebrating Women's Month, that before the end of the month, we could get that announcement that we have a female deputy governor who has been chosen as well. Not sure why it's taken so long. I remember when I interviewed for the position of cabinet secretary in 2003. A few hours after I returned to my office, the then governor, Mr. Bruce Dinwiddie, gave me a call and said, "You have been selected. You have the job." So why can't we know who our next deputy governor is going to be as soon as possible? Let's grab that caller. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning, OC. How are you today?
Good morning. I'm fine. You can hear, I'm firing on all cylinders this morning.
Yes, you are. You know the way it is. You ask informally a question which you shouldn't ask, except for the custom, of course. I didn't call you about the deputy governor's office, but it's interesting, yes, that it is taking a little bit of time. I do know that there's one position which I won't mention, which was filled not too long ago within the government circles. The interviewers were not happy with the candidates which they had. So they asked the governor if the governor could cast the net a little wider. Could cast the net a little wider. So I hope they are not doing that in this one, because I think the ones who have applied, there is one name there, which in fact more than one name which can be appointed. But I think I hope that they do appoint the one that I'm hoping that will be appointed. Now, just a short update, OC. My judicial review hearing against the Chief Justice and the Judicial Commission did take place for 2 days in front of It was the Right Honourable Sir Nicholas Underhill, who is a Justice of Appeal in the UK.
Okay.
The Right Honourable Sir Stephen Irwin, also Justice of Appeal in the UK, and also the Right Honourable Patrick Elias in the UK, also Justice of Appeal. The main reason really to call is to thank a lot of people in the Cayman Islands whom some did tune in. I got a lot of messages of goodwill before and after the show, hoping that this could lead to some kind of reform in the way that judges are disciplined and a number of issues. I am cautiously optimistic that I will be successful to get leave, because this is only to get leave. If you go by some of the questions which the justices were asking, they had a problem as to why the Chief Justice is a member of a committee which recommends the Judicial Reform Commission and then makes the decision herself. They had a little bit of a problem with that. And there are a lot of other little issues here and there. But they didn't say when the judgment is going to be ready. Under the directives which are used in the Grand Court, is supposed to take 3 months. But in a lot of major cases, such as this one, the chances are that it's going to take longer. But anyway, we'll see what happens about that. What I'm really hoping for, also for the benefit of the public, is that this will lead to a certain exposure of certain issues, which will, like I've said before, cause reform. But I won't get into the details. We will know when that happens. The last point, also, the issue of the ombudsman. The issue of the ombudsman, I urge people to follow that very carefully, because I have come to the conclusion personally, which I think I should express publicly. I do think that the people who want the ombudsman out include the government, because I do not see how the governor could have initiated such a drastic attempt to remove an ombudsman without briefing cabinet or without briefing the premier. I just don't see that could have happened. And if it is indeed true that the government is either supporting that or in some way feels that they shouldn't intervene, then that's a problem, because some of the reasons I think that the ombudsman probably is being removed are some of the decisions which were taken place. For example, in my particular case, when they found the Judicial Commission, she found the Judicial Commission guilty of maladministration, found the judiciary guilty of maladministration for also deleting a record and so on and so forth. So all this, in my view, I think it plays into one aspect of Cayman life that I think people should watch it carefully.
Where is that at now in terms of the did the current the ombudsman seek judicial review as well? Or what?
Yes, she sought judicial review. The way I read it, she did get leave, because if she didn't get leave, it wasn't going to be public.
Okay.
Which is one of the issues which I argued with this ad hoc court of appeal last week, because I said if it only becomes public after leave, that is unconstitutional, and we hammered into that point quite a bit about that. So I expect that the court should rule on that. But anyway, that's where the ombudsman issue is. So I'm really anxious anxious. I think would be the right thing to hear what happens about that.
Looking forward to it. Looking forward.
Pardon me?
No, I said I'm looking forward to hearing the results. The decision.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, thanks very much, OC.
Thank you very much, Billy.
Okay.
You take care. Have a happy Easter as well. Let's take the commercial break now. We still have another caller on hold, I believe. Folks, please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back shortly.
Did you know that Doctors Hospital provides urgent care services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? And Doctors Hospital's urgent care physicians have access to the most advanced MRI and CT imaging in the Caribbean, providing reliable diagnostics when you need it most. When you need quality urgent care for an illness or injury, Doctors Hospital is here for you 24/7. Whether it's a migraine, chest or abdominal pain, shortness of breath, broken bones, or another urgent need, Doctors Hospital at the top of Walker's Road. Urgent care right now.
Cineco's parametric insurance after hurricanes is now available for motor policies. Fixed automatic payouts cover incidental vehicle expenses like fuel, cleanup, and minor repairs. No claims, no damage required. $200 for comprehensive policies or $100 for third-party policies. Available exclusively through Cineco and included with all new motor insurance policies and upon renewal for current policies. Visit cineco.ky today. Cineco, keeping Cayman covered.
Babe, not tonight. You keep poking me and I need to be rested for meetings tomorrow.
What? I was almost asleep. That's the mattress spring I keep telling you about, not me. We really need to get a new mattress.
Tossing and turning, back hurting, can't sleep? It might be time to turn in your old mattress and go to bed with a new one. Browse the huge mattress showroom at Brand Source Home Gallery and pick the perfect mattress today. With mattresses to suit every budget, Brand Source Home Gallery stocks a wide selection of sizes and styles like pillow top and gel memory foam. So stop tossing and turning and sleep better tonight with a new mattress from Brand Source Home Gallery, Dorsey Drive, Industrial Park.
Social media, X, formerly Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Interact with our talk shows on YouTube. Download our official Radio Cayman app, or you can log on to our website, www.radiocayman.gov.ky. You can also add us to WhatsApp
on 925-3261.
All the latest information, breaking news, community events, and more. Radio Cayman.
For the Record with Orret Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. We're in the last leg of the show this morning. One of our listeners has written and said, actually Mr. Denward Ebanks has said on the topic, I feel 100% that since this was the last DG 5K with Mr. Manderson as the Deputy Governor, from next year onwards it should be renamed the France Manderson DG 5K in his honor. The man truly deserves it, and he's asked me to mention it, so I've read it verbatim as sent by Mr. Denworthy Banks. We do have a caller. Let's go to the phone lines. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning, Mr. O.C., and good morning to all our listeners. Happy Easter, all the best.
Good morning, thank you. Happy Easter to you as well.
Thank you very much. Yes, I was tuned in listening to you, and I was in the area of Spot Bay, Cayman Brac, where has the largest cotton trees on Cayman Brac, and one of those is in Mr. T.D. Dixon's backyard.
Mm-hmm.
Two trees together, and they span, looking at them, approximately, I would say, about 11 feet across, the two of them. And they got the pods on them, probably about maybe 1,000 pods. Green pods ready to keep growing and dry, and then they burst open, and then the cotton goes out.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just talking with Mr. Dole Dixon. He knows a lot of history about the trees originated. The seeds, I think he said for sure, yes, came from Cuba. I think his grandmother, one of them brought the seeds, and they're called Cuban cotton.
Okay.
And there's another huge one I just looked at. I took some photos of them, so you give me your number when we finish, and I can send you the photos. One is in...
Just send them to 925-3261, our WhatsApp number.
925-3261.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. And also, Cayman Brac has a place named Cotton Tree Land.
Mm-hmm.
Development now is the owners of that. That is near the marketplace area, Cayman Brac, across from Jonathan's building in that area there is where Scott's used to have their original block cement plant.
Okay.
That is Cotton Tree Land.
Uh-huh.
That was named that because it had numerous cotton trees growing there, and the old-timers used to take it and make cotton pillows and beds and all that out of it, mattresses for their beds. So it's a lot of history. I know a lot about it as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you very much for that, Mr. Raymond. Look forward to getting those photographs from you as well. We still have 2 callers in hold. We want to entertain as many calls as possible until 10 o'clock. Next caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record. What's up, caller?
Yeah, good morning, Mr. O'Connor.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Okay, and you?
I'm good, thank you.
Okay. Well, I'm hearing that that the governor has made suggestions to remove the ombudsman from office. Do you know anything about that?
I haven't really followed it that much after the when the news broke on it. I believe it is something that may still be under litigation, so I'm not really familiar with it, unfortunately.
Yeah, I heard you speaking earlier about Caymanian women and speaking about how they should be respected. And the ombudsman, I find her to be a respectful woman,
Mm-hmm.
a caring and a fair person, and someone that really and truly stands up for Caymanians.
Okay.
So I don't know what gives the governor the right to suggest or have the power to authorize her being removed from office. But I find the ombudsman woman, a Caymanian woman, and a woman that I know that grew up in West Bay, to be an honest individual and a fair individual and very respectful towards just about everyone, especially her Caymanians.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, and when we know more about it, I certainly will follow up on it and see, let our listening and viewing audience know where we're at. Paul, we still have another caller. We're going to make that one the last caller because I really want to share something about our intersports that used to take place in the 1960s and some of our Caymanian athletes who, let me tell you this, if they had the training facilities and the type of trainers, our neighbor to the south would not have any better athletes when it comes to track and field than we had here in the Cayman Islands. If we had the facilities and the opportunities with some of the athletes that we had, like the late Nate Solomons, the Erna Bardens, the same Rennie Barnes that you heard on the radio here earlier, his brother Denzel Barnes, his other brother Raymond Barnes, Goodman Powery, the Levis, Rosita in Bordentown, the Levis, all of those great athletes, our neighbor to the south would not have anything to brag about if we had the facilities and the opportunities in the 60s. Folks, let's take our last caller. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Oh, see, you should also add my name to that.
I knew it was you on the line, so I left it for you to call yourself.
Yeah, because in 1977, I was running high tens at high school. I set the record.
Okay.
And stayed there for quite some while. And that was natural ability.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody told me nothing about how to run. All I know, when the gun go off, you jump up and run.
Mm-hmm.
And I run, and Mr. Skinner clocked me running high tens, just under 11 seconds.
Wow.
So yeah, we never had no fancy stuff. Okay, I just touch on Mr. Barnes, you and Mr. Barnes' conversation about the insurance, stuff like that. And it makes me wonder, the red spot, the Dora spot that is in contention now. Back in the day, wasn't the water closer to the wall that's there? The water used to be much closer?
Yeah, well, I think that they filled in some of that to widen the road,
Right, that's what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought, also because I heard guys talking about if you could swim from there and go around the rock to where Mr. Norberg is, you were like a big swimmer, because the water was kind of, started deep right there by the wall.
Mm-hmm.
So that leads me to ask this. So how come people can come and own that if the water used to be up there then?
Yeah, once they put that wall up, it changed the whole flow and in terms of the sand, building up even further. Yeah.
But now if that was original there, what they call the Queen Bottom, how now somebody can come and be in contention to to own that. When back in the day, the men used to have to be up to their knee in water up against the iron shore cleaning their fish.
Good question. Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So now somebody come in want to own that. That's supposed to be like they say. Will be open to the public.
Yep.
Public open property or whatever you call it.
Yep.
You know? Yep. Yeah, just all I want to say. You
Okay.
go ahead and do your thing.
Yes, thank you. So some of the names, of course, in those days we House Sports, 1966, came on. Secondary Modern School began. Of course, we had houses. The houses then were Goring, named after you-know-who, Smith and Webster. Coaches for the houses that were Mr. Hill, Mr. Anderson, who's still with us here in Grand Cayman, and Mr. Ricketts, respectively. Results of the races as follows. Boys broad jump over 15, Michael Ebanks from Smith and Nate Solomon, the late Nate Solomon from Goring. Girls 100 yards over 15, Rachel Bird. She was also a speedster. Rachel Bird, Webster. Rita Levy, Goring. Girls 100 yards under 15, Leona Smith, Goring. Golda Macfield, Smith. Now, Leona Smith, I believe we, and tell me if I'm wrong, somebody would know, is that the same person that we used to call Baby G? Baby G? That was raised by Miss Merle? Baby G. Is that Leona Smith? Okay. Boys 100 yards under 15, George Earl from Webster. That would be George Earl from West Bay. Handel Whitaker from Webster. Boys 100 yards over 15, again, the late Nate Solomon, Michael Ebanks. Girls long jump over 15, Pearline Moore. Yeah, she was very athletic as well. Webster, Ellen Moore. Girls long jump under 15, Leona Smith, who I believe again was Baby G, and Stephanie Miller Smith. Okay. Boys long jump under 15, Calvin Solomon, Callie Smith, and Bradshaw, Butney, Watson, Smith. Now, they didn't put Butney in here, Bradshaw Watson, but I gave him his school nickname, Butney, as well. Girls, 220 yard over 15, Rachel Bird, Webster, Rita Levy, Goring. Boys, 220 yards over 15, the late Nate Solomon, Gorin, Linford Whitaker, Webster, and Goldie Macfield Smith. Boys 220 yard under 15, Handel Whitaker and George Ebanks. Girls high jump over 15, Aretha Ebanks, that would be from West Bay again, Smith, and Rita Lever from on Goring. Girls high jump under 15, Leona Smith, Stephanie Miller. Boys hurdle under 15, Handel Whitaker, Webster, Calvin Solomon Smith. Boys high hurdles over 15, the one and only Alvin Jump, who is now residing in the States, but we keep hearing from him, and I think some people are still in contact with him on Facebook as well, or social media. Alvin Jump, very athletic and always doing all sorts of trick things on the field and jumping as well. Also, Roy Whitaker of Webster, boys high jump 15 and over again. Alvin Jump and Ned Solomon. Boys high jump under 15. G. Watson, I'm not sure who that G. Watson, I have to figure that out. And S. Rankin of Gorin. Then we had girls hurdles over 15, Christine Seymour from Webster, and Baby G, of course, again, Leona Smith Goring. So like I said, folks, these athletes that we had those days, and what we used to rely on, we go and train, and they said, oh, you want to get long wind? You eat green banana and something else that you would to give you. We would call it long wind, which means that you could endure long distances and everything. That's how we used to train and go. We also thought that salt water was the cure, so you go and you swim. But again, folks, had our athletes in those days if they had had the opportunities that we see taking place today, we would have had world-class athletes, and no question about it that we would have had Olympic champions as well. But another one that I didn't see the name here, but Camilla Connolly, she was also extremely, athletic as well. But of course, this one was in 1966, secondary modern school. And our teachers those days, they were the only coaches that we had. Folks, we have reached that time. Let me just check and see if any more WhatsApp messages that may have come in before we close off. Want to make sure that we recognize everyone. This person wrote and said, good morning. Mr. OC Sports was excellent in John A. Cumber Primary School too, with Jake Madison, where Jake Madison was champion boys for 6 years and all-island champion boy for the same. He did track, high and long jump as well. Yes, we had talented athletes. Unfortunately, we didn't have the facilities. We didn't have the exposure. We were in our own little cocoon in terms of exposure. We just didn't have it. Didn't have the opportunity to perform on the world stage until you ended up with things like events like Carifta and then the island games and everything else. Folks, sometimes, we criticize people to say, well, you can't go back to those days, but I wish we could. If we could go back to those days and be in this environment, you would really, really see what Cayman had to offer, and we certainly would have performed well and made the Cayman Islands proud on the international stage as well. Not to say that we still can't do it, but my opinion on that is that the attitude towards competition in Cayman now has changed tremendously. And the incentives that are out there now sort of change the whole concept of competition as well, the financial incentives I'm talking about. So with that, folks, I want to thank all of you who shared in the discussion this morning. Have a great day. Don't forget, we are our brothers and our sisters keepers. There is always someone out there who's less fortunate than we are. So I ask you to extend a helping hand to them. If you can't do that, then maybe you should donate to a worthy charity, because we always want to consider those who need, not necessarily those who want or even those who crave. So have a great day. Continue to support your radio station. And I want to give a big, big shout out to our latest Radio Cayman fan. Actually, one of these days, maybe we'll get her behind the mic as well. The now retired Miss Paulette Connolly, our great listening fan as well, sending in messages. So one more fan to add to our contingent, Miss Paulette Connolly Bailey as well. So thank you all. Have a great day. Don't forget to join Charles Glidden, Charlo, on Talk today. And as usual, we ask the good Lord to continue to bless these three beautiful, wonderful Cayman Islands.
For the record, proudly brought to you by
Brand Source Home Gallery, inspiring luxury. Doctors Hospital, peace of mind is important when life happens. Doctors Hospital, always there for you. Call 949-6066. And Cayman Airways, call them on 949-2311 to book your nonstop flights to Los Angeles and Panama. Kirk Market, experience a world of choice. JN Money, from abroad to Yad. And Cineco, keeping Cayman covered.
This is the People's Radio Station.